goodness, that is way too low. Oh my god, why? My camera is like moving everywhere but here. Stop! Stop! Hey guys! I don't know if you can hear me, and I'm sorry that my camera is like moving like all kinds of ways. The reason why I'm so quiet right now is because right now, currently, it is 1:40 in the morning. So there's people sleeping in the house. But anyway, this is my part 2 video. Oh my god, why is it so effing crooked? Stay, stupid camera. You hate me, you stupid camera. Anyway, it's like hella tilted too. Anyway, this is my part 2 video of The Flash Season 3, Episode 23, titled Finish Line, which is The Flash's Season 3 finale. Where did I leave off? We got Caitlin back because Cisco managed to convince Killer Frost to become benevolent Caitlin again. She still looks like Killer Frost, the only difference is her eyes are still Caitlin. Her eyes become Caitlin eyes again, and she's helping. Anyway, Barry shows up and tries to fight Saboteur, but of course Saboteur knocks him on his ass. And Saboteur's like, you know what? Before I go out, I'm going to take everyone you love out first. I'm going to go after Joe, and I'm going to go after Iris, and then I'm going to kill Wally, and then I'll go out with a bang, right? And before that happens, Barry, like, speeds towards Saboteur while he has his back turned. And basically, Barry phases through the Saboteur suit and forces Saboteur out of the suit. So, like, okay, here's Saboteur. Here's Barry, right? I need something to represent inside Saboteur. Wait. God damn it. Okay. Here's the suit. Here's Barry. And here's Saboteur. Charizard will be Saboteur. Okay? So, he's inside here. Here comes Barry. Vibrates in. Gets in the suit. And pop goes Saboteur, right? Don't you love that I use this? A freaking Charizard amiibo. To represent Saboteur. Rah. And I use remote. I'm using remote controls. This is what happens when it's like 1 o'clock, almost 2 o'clock in the morning, guys. I'm not me. Rah. Anyway, see, my Pikachu has no eyes. You see this? If you're wondering why his eyes are all black, I've had this Pikachu for 18 years. What is it? Yeah, I've actually had this Pikachu for 18 years. This Pikachu was a birthday present on my 8th birthday by my cousin David. Shout out to David. And 18 years later, it's still with me. And the reason, like I said, the reason why, off topic, but the reason why his eyes are all black is because my mom kept washing him, and every time my mom washed him, the whites in his eyes would fade. So now he's like a black-eyed Pikachu. But he's my baby. My 18-year baby. I love this kid. Anyway, where was I? Barry face zooms up to Saboteur while his back is turned, phases through the Saboteur suit and forces an actual Saboteur to pop out of the suit, right? And it looked like at one point he was going to destroy Saboteur because he had the giant poking thing of Saboteur pop out, and he looked like he was about to stab him, but Saboteur was like, you kill me, you become me, so either way I win, right? And of course Barry retracts the spike, and what he does is pretty cool, because not only did Barry manage to phase Saboteur out of his own suit, and now he's in the suit, and the moment he phased Saboteur out of the suit and he was in the suit, the lights in the Saboteur suit, you know how it's like all blue, glowing blue? When he phased Saboteur out of the suit and he was in the suit, it turned from blue to red. And I was like, that's some sick shit right there, right? And you know what else he managed to do? He straight up vibrates in the suit to the point where the entire Saboteur suit is destroyed, which I thought was pretty damn sick. And, you know, he refuses to kill Saboteur, obviously, so he just knocks him out with a speed punch, like, right? And as he's walking toward Caitlyn and Cisco, Saboteur gets up. You know, he wakes up from being knocked out and tries to zoom at Barry, probably trying to kill him, right? And all of a sudden you hear a gunshot go off, and Saboteur just to the ground. You don't even hear anything after that. He's automatically dead, right? This gunshot obviously just killed him on the spot. And when I heard the gunshot, I honestly thought that maybe it might have been Joe, because, you know, Joe's a detective, cop dude, right? You would think that it was Joe. He's the only one I would know that has access to a gun, right? But lo and behold, the camera pans, and who shot Saboteur and killed him? Iris West did. The cop's daughter killed Saboteur. And it was kind of cute because Iris is like, you know, you were saving me from Saboteur. Now it's my turn to protect you and save you. And I was like, that's cute. That's some cute West Island shit right there. That was effing beautiful. Anyway, after, you know, getting shot and killed by Iris, we see Saboteur being erased from existence. Because remember in the season finale of Legends of Tomorrow, when Reverse Flash ends up fading away out of existence, he's like, his body, like, pieces of his body just float away like snow particles, right? That's pretty much what happened with Saboteur. Anyway, Team Flash ends up having a funeral for HR because we do see his headstone. And Iris makes this beautiful speech. I don't remember most of it, but I remember Iris said that, you know, HR was her hero. Because it is true. HR swapped places with Iris. Iris would not be alive if it weren't for the fact that HR swapped places with her, right? So, I am not surprised. Blah, 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 blah. I can't even talk. I can't talk. I can't. No. It's in 14 more minutes it's gonna be 2 a.m. so I'm kinda HR is in fact Iris's hero. He's everyone's hero, because I know a lot of people out there in the internet world that flipped the out when they saw Iris killed. It's like, nothing changed? What the fuck, right? And the fact that it was HR, I know a lot of people were like so sad that they thought Iris died, right? And it wasn't so bad now finding out Iris wasn't dead, but it was still HR, and the fact that he went out because he felt so guilty for getting Iris kidnapped to begin with. And the fact that, you know, we find out from Barry what his last, HR's last words to Cisco was, and the fact that I believe he said that, tell Cisco that he got his bravery, HR got his bravery from Cisco or something like that, and that just touched my heart. I was like, oh, HR. But we also get Caitlyn. She still has, you know, the white Killer Frost hair and the pale complexion and everything. But she still has her Caitlyn eyes, and she's still, you know, nice and everything. She's still Caitlyn, but she gives Julian back the cure, and she's like, guys, I have to leave the team. I'm not going to take the cure. I have to leave the team. I have to find my own purpose in life. I'm not Killer Frost, but at the same time, I'm not Caitlyn Snow anymore. I'm kind of like, in her own way, she's in between. And she just needs to find herself, which I'm like, really proud of Caitlyn for that. It's like, go ahead, girl, just find yourself. And if it means you have to leave the team for a bit to, you know, figure things out, that's perfectly fine. You know, I know she'll be back. And I'm just glad that she's not Killer Frost anymore. Granted, she's not Caitlyn Snow anymore, but still, she's not Killer Frost. And the fact that she's trying to find her own way in her life, it's a beautiful thing. And it's amazing growth for Caitlyn, especially after going through what she went through, you know. All the men in her life, and then, pretty much dying, and then coming back as Killer Frost and being a bad guy working for Saboteur. It's a lot of growth for Caitlyn, and I'm proud of her for trying to find herself, even if it meant leaving the team. But we all know she's gonna come back. I mean, come on, it's Caitlyn. She'll be back. She just has to find herself, and then she'll be back home. But I'm kind of sad that, you know, we didn't get a little more Caitlyn and Julian Because Julian seems to seriously like her, and I kind of like their dynamic together when they were around each other. It's like this cute little shyness to them, and I thought it was really innocent and cute. But you never know. Maybe, you know, like I said, she'll come back, and maybe Julian will still be there, and, you know, they'll have something. You know what I mean? Anyway, we get this cute West Allen moment where they're back in their place. They're kind of in a way somewhat celebrating, at the same time mourning HR, and there's this cute moment where Iris is like, I'm not gonna die, and she has all the wedding invitations, and Barry pretty much zooms away and comes back. He's like, did you just mail out all the invitations? He's like, yep. It's like, I just wasted all that money on stamps, really? And it was like a cute West Allen moment, and they even like reminisce on when Barry re-proposed to her by singing to her. And unfortunately, obviously that was cut short because, of course, it's never that freaking easy, because their cute moment was pretty much cut short by this massive storm that's hovering over Central City, and we see pretty much everyone at Star Labs. They're all like, what's going on, and why is this massive storm here? And basically Jay and Barry both figure out that it's not just a normal storm, it's actually the Speed Force, because now that Saboteur is killed, there's no one to actually be in the Speed Force prison, because remember, Cisco broke Jay Garrick out of the Speed Force prison, and technically Saboteur was supposed to go back into the Speed Force prison, but since, you know, Saboteur was killed and Jay's no longer in the Speed Force prison, it's pretty much empty, and so the Speed Force is pretty much pissed off because it doesn't have anyone to be in their prison, right? A speedster has to be in the prison, and because of that, the whole Speed Force prison has become basically unstable, right? And, you know, they all gather there, I think in the middle of the city, like literally in the middle of the road, and Barry explains to everyone, you know, it has to be him. He has to be the speedster to go inside the Speed Force prison, because he has to accept his punishment, because in Barry's eyes, it all started with him. He was the one that created Flashpoint, and then all of this happened, and he's like, guys, I made Flashpoint, I gotta accept my punishment and go in the Speed Force. And the Speed Force person comes back out as, of course, Barry's mother, and he's like, you gotta go. And so pretty much he entrusts Central City to Wally and says his goodbyes to everyone, and pretty much tells Iris, keep going, keep living your life, keep running for him. And it was just so heartbreaking and touching, and there's this heartwarming moment with Joe, and I'm not gonna even go into it because I know I'm gonna cry. But like, Barry takes Speed Force Mommy's hand and goes in the Speed Force, into the Speed Force prison, and of course the storm disappears, and pretty much ends with just a zoom in on heartbroken Iris's face, because she basically told Barry before he left that she wanted to be Iris West Allen, and Barry's like, you'll always be Iris West Allen. And I was like, oh, my heart, man. And so I'm very curious on, obviously Barry is going to come back. There's no way they're going to kill the main guy. I mean, come on. But it's like, it makes me wonder for season 4, how long will it take for Barry to actually come back from the Speed Force prison? Will he still be the Barry we all know and love, or is he gonna change? You know, he's in a Speed Force prison. Prison itself can change a person. He's in a Speed Force prison. So how long will it take, and will it change him, you know? But anyway, that is my reaction rant to The Flash Season 3's finale, which is episode 23, titled Finish Line. I'll see you guys for hopefully season 4. Bye, guys. Mwah.